Male dragon.
Well, hi, Benita. Nice to meet
I'm
you.
going to let her come out on her own. I can push her out, but I think it's more interesting if she crawls out.
Look at that.
And she is a young animal, only 2 years old, roughly. And yeah, when we got her and her brother, they were tiny little things. You know, they came in a little tiny box from Los Angeles Zoo. They've grown this big. She's nearly 5 feet long.
Wow.
And nowhere near done.
I know. Yeah, I was just going to ask you, what's the average size of a Komodo dragon?
Males and females have a little bit of a different size, males being bigger. But a big male can be 9 feet or more in length and 120 pounds empty. And then when they eat, they can gain 80% more body weight. So they can weigh, nearly 200 pounds after a big meal. So they believe in doing everything big.
I guess so. And as you were saying, comparing it to mammals, this is the lion of the reptile world.
It really is. One of the things that zoos have learned over the years keeping dragons is that you can't keep them like other lizards. You can't put them in a box or a small room.
No.
They'll fit, but it doesn't do them justice. They need space. They're very active, very curious, and I think people will be amazed when they see them in their exhibit that they are prowling constantly. These are active hunters. They are evidently capable of memorizing huge tracts of land in the wild. And they've got this enormous forked tongue, which she's probably sticking out.
Oh, yeah, she is. Yeah, she's heading right towards me. She's sniffing me out.
You're going to have an experience like Sharon Stone's husband.
Yes. Wow.
So when they're hunting, they don't just blindly go, bumbling through the terrain, but they find game trails, and they find places where animals rest. They seem to be able to keep track of the birthing schedules of their prey, and so they're really thinking it through. And right now they're thinking you through it.
Yeah, they're thinking my general manager through at the moment, or she is anyway. And these things obviously have no fear. They'll take down whatever.
They are extremely bold. So in the wild, young dragons eat everything from insects to mice and snakes, but big ones, the adults, go after pigs, deer, and even water buffalo.
Really?
And that's a big animal.
That is a huge animal.
And of course, they can't eat it single-handedly, so when a water buffalo's been killed, the dragons come out of the woodwork and they feast like a pride of hungry lions, just ripping at the carcass. And it is truly a primordial scene.
Do they bite?
They can bite, and I don't think she will, but you never know for sure. If she does, I'll come right over.
She's just checking everything out. I think she's got a fascination with you.
Yeah, I just felt her tongue.
And so, obviously, Reptiland, not only do you showcase these wonderful creatures like this, but and you created this incredible exhibit, but you're all about conservation over there. And as we talked about earlier, this is an endangered species.
It is, yeah, with only a few thousand of them living in the wild. There is real reason to be careful with these animals. I mean, they are a relic from the past in the sense that all the other giant lizards that used to be on this planet are gone. These are the last really, really big ones. So we built this building not just for 2 lizards. That would be crazy, right? $2 million building for 2 lizards. I don't think the bank would go for that. But we built it for the species, and it's a commitment for generations, I think, of dragons. And we'll exchange animals with other zoos and attempt to breed them. And we can probably support, I don't know, a half a dozen or so at any one time over there if we have a breeding.
Wow. Absolutely beautiful. As beautiful as a large lizard can be, I suppose. But what an incredible creature. And here again, folks, the opportunity to see something like this, in an environment that you've created, this environment which would be its natural habitat. I mean, aside from going to one of these few islands where these things actually, live and whatnot, you never see one of these things.
Yeah, there are some dragons in exhibits in this country. There are none right around here. And I think one of the special things about what we've built over there is, or tried to do anyway, is to really put the animals in context and do justice by them. Lots of space, and yet people can still get close enough to get eyeball to eyeball. So It's been a neat experience for us to care for these, and we look forward to getting them in that new space tomorrow and letting them live.
Wow.